So I have just pulled up to the gym and I recorded a few videos driving to the gym, but I wanted to record this one because I've had a few times this week where clients were really surprised at something that makes complete sense to me. And I'm pretty sure there's plenty of people. If I've had 4 or 5 clients this week that have all experienced this and have been, shocked and didn't really understand why this happens, I wanted to clear this up because you might also have had this happen to you before and not really understood why it's happened. So I had 4 or 5 times this week where a client was surprised and they've said something to the effect of, how is it that I'm eating more and I'm losing weight? And I said, well, here's the way that works. So if you've ever experienced that you've actually started eating more and you started losing weight, to me, it makes complete sense, but you might have been surprised, but I'm going to hopefully clear that up. So now you know why it's possible to eat more and to lose weight. So for your entire life, you've probably been told, I'm going to keep looking at my watch because I can see what the camera sees. And for some reason, I tried to record this video twice already and the camera keeps shutting off. So all your life, you've probably been told or you've probably heard that in order to lose weight, you need to eat less. And under normal circumstances, that is true. Because if you're gaining weight, that would make sense. If you're gaining weight, that means you're eating too much. So the solution is to eat less. Now, your weight is going to do one of 3 things. Your weight is either going to go up, your weight is going to go down, or it is going to stay the same. So here is the instance where that doesn't necessarily apply, where eating less doesn't necessarily apply. It doesn't necessarily apply if you're not losing weight. So the thing is, you're not gaining, but you're also not losing. Your weight kind of fluctuates. Every time you weigh yourself, your weight stays the same. If this is you, because again, each movement of the scale means something. So if your weight's going up, again, we've just talked about that. That means you're eating too much. If your weight is going down and your goal is weight loss, that means you're eating the right amount for the amount of physical activity that you're doing. So I always should preface this by saying that this is taken into consideration that you are doing enough physical activity, not exercise, but you're physically active enough plus exercise. So your weight is going to go up if you're eating too much. If your weight is going down and your goal is weight loss, that means you're eating the right amount. So there's only one other option. You're not eating enough. Now, why would this be the case? Well, the thing a lot of people don't realize is that the weight loss process requires a certain amount of energy. There is a minimum number of calories that you need to be taking in on a daily basis. Now, yes, you probably already know that a caloric deficit is required for you to lose weight. That means that you need to be eating less than the amount of calories. You need to be eating less than you're burning. So what you're burning needs to be more than what you're eating. But when that number goes down too low, okay, what ends up happening is when you're not providing your body with enough nutrition, your body has to compensate. So oftentimes what I see is when clients start doing a lot of exercise and they're doing either something like intermittent fasting or eating once or twice a day. If that client is drastically overweight, they will lose weight. But there will come a point where they hit a plateau and they will stop losing weight, because as you get smaller, your requirements change. They drop their basal metabolic rate, but what also happens is their calories, their intake falls way too below, which forces their metabolism to continue to slow, okay? Now, when this happens, oftentimes what you will see is fluctuations in your weight. So you won't lose any weight, but you won't gain any weight. And oftentimes what people think, well, I just need to eat less. Well, that's a recipe for disaster, because you keep eating less and your weight still does not go down. So you get frustrated and then you give up. So I've had a few clients where, and there's this one client in particular, every single week, because she's so physically active, every single week, I have to have her. So we've been increasing her calories by 100 calories every single week just to help her maintain her weight, because her weight is so low and she doesn't want to lose any more weight. So she's like, wow, I'm eating more and my body fat's still going down. She's still losing fat, but now we've got her at a point where her weight is stabilizing. So she's like, man, I'm so surprised that I'm able to eat so much and still move in the right direction. This is what happens because she's now providing her body with enough nutrition so her body can do what she wants it to do, which is continue to burn fat. So if you're in a position where you're noticing that you've dropped your calories, you've increased your physical activity, and it seems like your weight just won't go down any further, this could be the cause. And I'm pretty sure I've got a video, probably multiple videos on this channel about this topic. But I wanted to at least put this video together because this is something that multiple clients have experienced this week. So I know it's probably important. So if you're noticing that your weight is not going up, but your weight is also not going down, and your goal is weight loss, look at how much you're eating. It could be that you've lowered your calories too much, that you've lowered your basal metabolic rate, or the amount of calories, the minimum number of calories that your body requires. So now your body has to compensate by slowing down, because your body's main priority is survival. And oftentimes weight loss goes against survival. Your body has to keep you alive. So let me know down below in the comments if you've experienced this, if you've had anybody tell you that, and I've had a lot of my clients tell me, you know what, my doctor told me that I might not be eating enough, or I might need to eat more, or I heard another coach told me that, or a friend told me that, or I said that somewhere, or I watched that in a video. It is true. So let me know down below in the comments what you think about that. And if you need any help on your fitness journey, click the first link down below in the description, fill out the form, and the two of us will figure out what we need to do to get you from where you're at to where you want to be.